Okay, so we poured that concrete this morning, and then I've been trying to get dug for the well, since the concrete we just poured was for the water tanks, and this would be our backup water supply. So we're mainly going to do rainwater. I've got 2 tanks, which would be enough to get us through for about a month. But right now we're going on week 4 without any real substantial rain. But this one, I'm running into these rocks here, these massive rocks I'm pulling up. So this one's probably 9 feet. Crazy. Some of these over here are monsters. This big old one, crazy huge. And then of course buried in there is just more and more rocks. I ran out of room against the barn, so I was trying to put some over on this side. So the plan anyways is to get my 1-inch PEX line, have it stick up over there where the well head is, and then run it down through here, surround it with some pea gravel or some quarter chip, and then fill back in over the top. Mini X is giving me quite a bit of headaches. It's overheating, randomly shutting off, things like that, problems I've had before. I took it into the gut service and it was good for a while, so I'll probably get that serviced here pretty soon. So anyways, back to this. The barrels we got will give us a good month if they're full worth of water. Then we'll turn this pump on only if we need reserves. So the pump will actually have power to it the whole time. We won't actually open the valve inside unless we need to fill it up. And of course we're going to get a heck of a filtration system. So in this area I should be 24 inches down for frost line. We haven't had a substantial winter in quite a while. So although it says 24 inches, I'm going down as far as I can. You can always see there's more rock below that rock. And to get that rock up, I have to have a much wider hole. So I'm going to go down. It's probably in the realm of 18 inches maybe. And then of course I'm going to actually pile more dirt up on top, raise this gravel up, raise this dirt up. And so I'll get pretty close to that 24 inches I think by the time I'm done. I'm honestly not that worried about it. It would take one heck of a cold spell to freeze that line. And then we can always do like we do, and when we used to live in a trailer, you just let the line drip a little bit, keep water moving through it, and it won't freeze on you. So I've lived in a few mobile homes, trailer in my life. I'm used to it. So there's our mama kitty. This was a kitty we rescued from one of our properties we manage. She's a good girl. She gets these horrible mats in the winter, and then we gotta cut them off in the springtime. She's been a wonderful mama. She's had 2 litters, and we got her fixed. She's been great. Girls put rocks around to keep the raccoons from digging around that. They didn't get in. We just think that we accidentally closed one in when the girls put the chickens back in the other night. Because they kept getting into here in our strawberries. They kept ripping those apart. Every month they ripped apart, so I put mouse traps in there and haven't had a problem since they got snapped twice. Looks like we got some zucchini starting in there. A couple of starts going. The zucchini, man, once it gets going, it takes off. I gotta check for squash bugs, so I really need to treat these with some diatomaceous earth before the squash bugs take over, because man, they will decimate your garden, especially your squash plants. But these suckers are just packed. Unbelievable amount of buds in there. We're gonna get a heck of a lot of produce out of this tiny little garden. So this soil came from, we just scraped it off the surface. Of course, there used to be a lot of cattle in here. So most of this is basically manure pile. Some tomatoes going, those aromas. Got some bunch of cherry tomatoes going there. But anyways, this was pretty crazy with how good this is going. These were from seed too, which then I went and bought some at the store that were already get a little bit taller, put those in our other garden, and they're producing, but not crazy like this. There's some okra down there. Okra is really good if it's fried. But anyways, quick little update on our little adventure here. The well I dug out, it's been doing really good. Been filling up our water barrels. You can see the water level has dropped from about there down to there, so we've gone down probably a foot. It hasn't filled back up yet, and for not having rain for this long, and we've probably taken, boy, a couple 100 gallons out of here, and to only drop down that much is pretty good. And I dug that down. It's down there. It's a good 8 feet, 9 feet deep, so we got a pretty good water source to water our plants and our gardens and all that good stuff. Our baby trees, now Natalie's fruit trees. But anyways, I'm getting beat. It's kind of warm. It's supposed to be 98 in 2 days. Today's the coolest day. It's only gonna be like 90, 91, and then 93 tomorrow, and then 98. God, it kills me how big these rocks are. We're gonna do some hellacious landscaping with these puppies at some point. So anyways, I gotta go from there. It's 300 and close this door. Ugh. Maybe. Come on, Bobcat. It's good. Like 310 feet plus your extra, so good 300 plus feet of line I gotta dig here. So I've only gone, I don't know, 30. I go through here, along there, across the road. See, it looks like it should rain. We've had these nice rain-looking clouds on and off for several days, and it just won't rain. It just looks like it's gonna rain. There's our other well we did a video on that turns out not to be very good. I think I know why. So I said when we went down on that one, about 10 feet down there was a reservoir, and then it went down further. All this groundwater out here, I think that reservoir is what was actually filling up the well. When we put the packer in there, I think the packer actually blocked off the water that was actually going into the well. So instead of the water coming up from below, the water was coming from the top and pouring down into the well. And I think we screwed ourselves. There's no way to get that packer back out. So here's the slab we poured today. This is where our rain barrels will sit, one on each side, walk right through the middle, garage door on the end, so I can get them out if I ever need to. All of our water filtration systems, everything will go in here. This is a 12 by 24 slab. And then that water line is coming out right there. It's got to come around all the way back down to the barn. 310 feet or so. Oh, trusses. Got the cylinder rebuilt on my lift, and they're putting that in tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get the lift back this week. They still didn't figure out anything on the noise, so I'll have to figure that out myself because they can't seem to do it. Poured this slab this morning, entry to the garage, and then entrance into the house. Now eventually we want to do a covered patio all the way around this. So at some point there'll be another slab we'll build. We'll probably come off right here, maybe around it or 45, I don't know yet, and then it'll go out around the back, wrap all the way around to at least that back door, and maybe all the way back down to that back area by the back end of the camper. And then it'll be all covered. We'll run a covered porch out over that. And a covered porch over this. So it'll be interesting. Still have to design that window up there. There's our winter garden we're going to use. I'm going to build that out of CMU block and then backfill that in. I ran the transom the other night, the laser level, to make sure I've got enough drop so water can go away from the house. So the top of this slab is now my lowest level, and from this slab to where the road is, it actually drops 8 inches. So it doesn't look like it, but there's a hump here I got to smooth out, but from there to out there it drops 8 inches. So all I need to really do is go from the road, scrape all this down level, which is a lot less work than I thought it was going to be, and I'll have to round it around here. Now let's keep this bush, it flowers in the spring. I think that tree is going to come out, so I'll work all this through here, slope it down so it's all nice through here, and I got to dig all that out. There's a big root ball I got to get, there's a smaller root ball. I want to smooth this, taper this out way up to about there. Actually it'll come down and then it'll come back up, so any water will sit in that reservoir and it will pool out to the east. So well, all the stinking trash that was in here, I got most of it out. There's some glass bottle there, an old butter thing there, more glass over there. It's just, I had a piece of glass in my foot the other day. Keep yelling at the girls, they keep coming down in here with their flip-flops on and stuff, or walking back here, and there's literally glass all over here, clear up to about where the truck's at, because I was loading and moving stuff out. So I'm gonna have to do a scraping of the earth and peel off that top layer. But as of right now, it's hot, tired, so I'm gonna go home, do paperwork, lovely paperwork. Self-employed is great. It's not that bad. And I have margarita. I can have margarita at any time of the day. It's the best part about being self-employed. Oh, had a little extra concrete, so we poured another slab for the bees. It was just 5 by 5.5 almost. It's just a bunch of 5 by 5'4", just a bunch of 2x4s cut at 5 foot and screwed together. And then I'll put that over on my bees, which are way over there. Guys, it's nice to sit on concrete, stand on it instead of in the weeds all the time. But I'm done. Load up the dogs. Come on, dogs. Come on. Can you get up there, old girl? Can you get up there? Can you get up there, you old bean? You old bean? You're like, no, lift me up, Daddy. Yeah. Oh, you get old and fat. Where's the other one at? Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on, young buck. You can jump up there. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Okay, I don't know what day it is. It's hot. Every time I bend over, it's like it's raining off my face. So, buried the line here. Laid down some of that quarter chip, and then put my line, my power line in, my 1-inch PEX line in, and I zip tie them together. And I believe, I don't know if the county code has updated, but it says you can't put water and electricity in the same trench. I guess they think that if you get a water leak and then for some reason the line shorts out, it would shock someone. So I don't know. That's been that way for years and no one's died or gotten shocked as far as I know. Had a couple of these hose bibs, garden hose bibs from our last house that never got installed. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in here. So I just used shark bite fittings. I've never had those fail on me, so I'm not overly worried about it. I'm not going to cover the joints up yet until I get a chance to pressurize the line. So because of all this rock, of course I can't just push it all back in on itself, which would be nice. But that would probably not be very good, because the whole reason why I put the chip in there in the first place was to even it out and go over the rock bumps and things like that. So what I'm doing is I've got a little bit of clean dirt, well, as clean as I can get it out here, worked up, and then I've been putting that in the pit first, and then I'll come through and push all this. Ooh, thunder. That'd be awesome if it rains. It's been like a heat index of 100 and something. And it looks like it might be a little bit of rain over there. Another joint there I'm not going to cover up until I pressurize the line. So anyways, I'm getting some somewhat clean dirt on top of everything before I push the pile back on and fill it up the rest of the way. That way I shouldn't have any large rocks laying on top of it. As I'm dumping, if I do see a large rock in there, I'll go ahead and hop out and pull it out real quick. So I have another garden hose bib up here. Yeah, buddy. And I can see the rain. These summer storms, the problem is they pop up and they stay in one spot and they don't move, and then they disappear and then they pop up somewhere else. So it could be thundering and raining and I can see it and it won't even drop, sprinkle over here. Anyways, so that's that. Gonna have to get my wire here. I used 10 gauge wire. I think it only called for 12 to run the pump. I went ahead and got 10. Maybe want to run a light or something down there too, I don't know. But it's also a pretty long distance, so hopefully the 10 will have enough oomph to get down there. Gotta leave this exposed. I actually have to dig this back up so I can bury my wire and then have the wire pop up on the outside. And then I'm going to go ahead and take another wire. I've got extra 10 gauge, so I'll run the 10 gauge out along here and then turn it into the winter garden so we can have an outlet out here or a light if need be. You know, winter gets dark 5 o'clock, so kind of nice to have a light out here. Anyway, so just want to finish this up and then be done for the day. I started at just after 6 o'clock this morning, trying to beat the heat. Of course, I got up and it was already almost 80 degrees. But that's that. Get a drink, relax, and hope it rains for about 5 minutes, and then get back to work.